Do you ever realize some people walk out your life and never look back and you're still trying to make sense out of it? In this episode, I'll be talking about how to give yourself the closure that you need.
Everything said on this podcast is strictly for vibes and entertainment. Don't overthink it. Don't overanalyze it. And definitely don't try to make it deeper than it is. Nobody's being exposed. Nobody's being subbed. If the shoe fits, lace it up. But that's on you. Also, please don't take advice from someone sitting on their bed with a mic. Be smart. Stay safe. Enjoy this episode.
Just me sitting on my bed talking like we've been friends. Hi, it's me again, Muna Karim, and here I am bringing you Dopest Discreet Things. Today is episode 12. I'm not toxic. I just don't tolerate anything. Let's really talk about it. Like I said, not forever always say, I do my podcast in segments. So this is segment 1. Toxic traits we wear like bad habits. I do want to start off with saying I feel like people wear toxicity like it's the aesthetic. That shit is not cute. I feel like our generation, Gen Z, for real, I don't really know about the other generations, so I'm just gonna speak on our generation, Gen Z. People like worship that toxicity shit. Like, y'all think that shit cute. I'm asking you, that shit not cute. Being cold to people, cutting people off. I mean, I wouldn't say cutting people off, because if you cut somebody off, you cut them off for a good reason. At least coming from me. I just don't be walking around cutting people off. No, I'll cut you off for a reason. Avoiding emotions, acting unbothered, acting nonchalant. That shit not cute, bro. That shit pisses me off so bad. Especially when you know how that person is. It's like you just put on this funny act. Like, you're not. You know deep down that shit is hurting you, but a lot of people love to act nonchalant. And that nonchalantness is what causes a lot of stuff too. Nobody want to talk about that though. I feel like real strength comes with unlearning toxicity. Some people grow up in a toxic household or around toxic people, and that's all they know, and that's all they think. That's all they know, so that's what they're going to think is right. Or how to maneuver with things and how to handle situations that come in their later life, like their adult life. But that's when you have to start working on yourself, because you can't that can't be your excuse for your whole life. Oh, well, I grew up in a toxic household, so I'm gonna just be toxic forever. Like, no, you can change. It's really up to you to change or want to change for your adult self. Not only your adult self, but your life. Like, you're gonna maybe grow up and have kids or want a family. You don't want to pass that down, that toxicity, to your kids or to the people that's coming in your life later in your life. You don't. Like, whether that be your friend, your relation that turns into a marriage, your kids, like, it keeps going and going and going. So I say be the one to break that shit. I do also want to add that toxicity or toxic traits are sometimes not loud and messy. They could be when you're quiet, when you're ignoring somebody instead of communicating, when you're shutting somebody out instead of opening up, when you're assuming the worst instead of trusting someone's intentions, or acting like you don't care because caring makes you feel vulnerable, because you're a human being. At the end of the day, everybody cares. That's why I'm saying, like, I hate when people act nonchalant, because it's like, you're a human being, you give a fuck. Somewhere in there, you give a fuck. And you're trying not to give a fuck because that's like your wall. So that you don't feel or be vulnerable or open up or communicate. And again, that also stems back to people growing up and not having the luxury to communicate. A lot of people grew up in a household where they got shut out, or they vented to somebody they thought they could vent to, and then they got that shit threw right back in their face. So now probably you're growing up saying, oh, well, everybody's like that, since that's what you grew up in. You probably think everything like that. Everybody not like that. You're gonna find your people, I promise. Also, I will say toxicity isn't something that I want to carry in my relationships or my friends. I don't want to say relationships because that sounds crazy, but relationship or my friendships, I want to unlearn the bad and relearn the good. And I'm not going to sit here and say I grew up in a toxic household, because I didn't. I feel like that's low-key. When I meet people, later down the line, they start to get toxic, and I just like leave them alone, because I'm like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I didn't grow up that way. And then, like, later I'll recognize, like, once you meet their family and stuff, like, oh, this is where you get it from. Like, this shit is buried in you. Like, you gotta unbury that shit, unlearn that shit quick, cause it's gonna fuck up. A lot of that shit be fucking up good people for some people. Imagine somebody grew up in a toxic household, a horrible household, horrible childhood, so they growing up thinking that everybody's gonna treat them the same. So everybody that come in their life is either a blessing or a lesson. So imagine all those blessings that they like had their wall up to. That's crazy. That's a crazy way to think about it. That's really, really crazy. Like imagine you praying to God for good people to come in your life, and then that person or those people finally come in your life, but you don't trust them enough because of what somebody else did to you. That don't got shit to do with them. They didn't do shit yet, or like don't put that on them, cause now you just wishing that, speaking that into existence. We don't need that. I just feel like replacing toxicity with gentleness, accountability, respect, and emotional intelligence. I wonder if y'all watch this and y'all are watching me or y'all listen to it. This is a podcast after all. Like, are y'all watching or are y'all listening? Like on Apple Podcasts. Cause when y'all like watching me, I just feel like we in the same room. I'm just saying. what was segment one? I got all over the place. Oh, toxic traits we wear like bad habits. Okay, so yeah, I just feel like the way I want to love and be loved requires softness. I am a girl. Like I'm a woman. I'm a lady. Who doesn't want to be treated like a queen? Hello? So I'm gonna wait patiently for my man. Okay? It's getting really, really scary out here. At this point, the way it's looking, I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, oh, there's no man coming. There is a man coming. Pause. But I just gotta wait. It's on God's time and not mine. Like, in all honesty, if God was to put a man in my life right now, I wouldn't even be ready. That's why he didn't put a man in my life right now. Cause I'm not, like, nigga, I don't got my degree yet. I mean, if a man was to come in my life right now, I would still be working towards my degree. I graduate next year, so that's a lot. But it's like certain things I need to work on myself before I can give myself to a person, is what I'm saying. Like in that way, like relationship wise. But yeah, the way I want to be loved requires softness and a lot of other things, but key thing is softness. Cause a lot of these niggas is not soft no more. Let me not say niggas. A lot of these men are not soft anymore. I guess they want to be soft for who they want to be soft for. So, and that was me choosing the wrong man. Cause the men I was, man, listen, that's over with though. I no longer wanna. I'm always gonna have my guard up, my walls up, but they'll eventually come down for the person. I'ma just know. I feel like I'll just know. You know, people be like, you just know. Yeah. I haven't felt that with anybody yet. That's why I'm so picky on who I give my time to, regardless if that's a friendship, relationship, somebody I'm getting to know. I don't do. They be like, this is your 20s, date, do what you want to do. Dating is draining, yo, especially if the other person's not. You can tell they're not they with it for the minute, and then out of nowhere they just stop. And you know why they just stop? It's because they see you're not easy and you're not fucking, so they stop talking to you. And that's easy for me because I'm not fucking. Leave me alone. Like, I listen, if that's what you're trying to get from me, baby, you might as well go ahead and go. As of right now, I'm waiting until marriage, and I've been cool. Like I've been cool. And I probably like a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of people on Instagram, especially TikTok, in the comments. It'll be like a video of a woman and her boyfriend having a kid. Like she's announcing she's pregnant, and in the comments would be like, no ring, you got no ring. And then the other people would be defending the girl and be like, imagine if she had a ring, they could still get a divorce, and what, she's still gonna be pregnant. Like, I see both sides. I feel like doing it under God. Whoa, pause. That sounds so crazy. I'm talking about doing it in steps. Getting to know the person. Eventually engaged. Married. House. Apartment. Enjoy y'all marriage. The kid can wait. Enjoy y'all marriage a little bit before the kid, because after the kid comes, it's like focusing on them. So enjoy y'all marriage and then have kids. That's my ABC on it. But I'm not even gonna say too much because I don't know what could happen. That's it for segment 1. Next is segment 2, my truth about toxicity. And I feel like in every podcast ever since, I've been doing like a little story time for one of my segments, so this will be a story time. I will say, I'm gonna be honest, before something very traumatic happened to me, I wasn't toxic at all, and even now I wouldn't call myself toxic. I don't think I'm toxic, but other people might see me as toxic or whatever the case may be. But people love to say everybody got toxic traits, but I really feel like I don't. And not to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I'm perfect, I don't got nothing. No, I'm talking about toxicity right now, not nothing else. I don't be doing shit. Like, I feel like toxic ways is to get under people's skin, and you know what toxic is. I don't think I'm toxic. I will leave somebody alone before I even get like that. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, that's being toxic is draining as shit. I wouldn't even waste my time on being toxic towards somebody, especially somebody that I liked or loved or whatever. I don't got time. I'm gonna just leave you alone, like, for real. But I just don't tolerate nonsense, honestly. And how can I put it? I was, like I just said, if somebody comes in my life, starts acting toxic, I remove myself immediately. I don't feel like that's being cold hearted or nothing. That's just me protecting my peace at the end of the day. I don't play that shit. Like, you gotta go. I told myself, if anybody has me crying to God, gotta go. And why am I crying? If I'm trying more and I'm not getting nothing reciprocated, and I don't mean like gifts and materialistic shit, I mean like time, honesty, respect, basically the damn bare minimum, regardless if that's a friendship, relation, whatever. If nothing's getting reciprocated, I don't want it. I'm gonna remove myself. And that's just simple. I don't know if that's bad. I don't think that's bad. That's just me knowing my worth, knowing what I want. And if I don't get it, if I talk to the person about it, I don't get that, I'm out. Because somebody else will definitely do it without me having to talk so much. If anybody was to say I have a toxic trait, it would be like, I shut it down quick. I don't tolerate shit. This how my mindset is. Like I just told y'all, say somebody in my life, they do something I don't like, I'm not even gonna use the word check. I don't check people. I'll tell you how I feel. If you don't fix it, I'm gonna tell you that's disrespect. If you keep doing it, I'm gonna take it as disrespect too. So what in the world would you gonna do? You gonna remove yourself, right? Regardless of how much you love that person, how much you fuck with that person, you gotta go. I love myself more. I did used to journal a lot. I still have my journals in my like in my little thing, but I realized I was running more towards journaling than I was running to God. So I stopped journaling. That's why I just kept my journals, but I just stopped journaling all in one, because I was like, wait, I'm journaling more than I'm talking to God. That's low-key worshiping a damn journal. I'm like, no, bruh. Put that shit down. Put that pen and paper down. Talk to God. And that's when I started talking to God. And I didn't like that. I could say out loud that I felt like I was replacing him with paper. So that's why I stopped journaling. I've stopped journaling since like ending of 2021. I just go straight to God now. I still have my journals, by the way, but I just go straight to God. I talk to him. He's my friend. I love him so bad. I will say the difference between the old Muna and the new Muna is very, very huge. Like, the old Muna used to be a people pleaser, used to take disrespect, used to give people a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, fifth chance, nigga, 1,000 chance. Used to let people walk over her, run over her. But I will say to Muna now, she doesn't tolerate disrespect. She don't let people run over her. She don't let people walk over her. She's not a people pleaser anymore. She's gentle. She takes accountability. She listens. She comprehends. She acknowledges what people say. She thinks before she acts. She does a lot. I'm talking. Oh, that is so nice. I'm gonna be talking about myself. I don't be talking about myself out loud. That's crazy. I don't tolerate bullshit. Anybody that's been in my life or in my life now, you know. If you've been cut off, you know. You definitely know. Cause I don't play that shit no more. Should have been caught on. But I show up for the people I love. I show up for the people that love me. 100%. My friends can vouch. Merch. I will say, in my past, I did mess up 2 times. I think 1 time, 2 times with people that I genuinely cared about. And one thing about me, I don't fuck with people's feelings on purpose and then apologize and then do it again. No. If somebody come to me and tell me I hurt their feelings or did something they don't like, I will acknowledge what they say. Listen, I will never do that shit again. I will learn from it, reflect on that, make sure that shit never happen again. And if I get cut off, okay, cool. Because if somebody did something to me, I'll cut them off too. But now that I'm growing up and I'm grown up, I can be an adult. I can have an adult conversation. But growth comes through mistakes. Not saying be out here and just fuck up on purpose, because that's stupid. But if you fuck up, learn from that, reflect, and make sure it never happen again. I learned that being soft isn't weak, it's brave. I learned that being or taking accountability isn't embarrassing at all. It's maturity. A lot of people aren't mature. Being willing to love again after being hurt, that is some strength that I had to suck up, literally. Pause. But I'm able to love again after so many years. Damn, it's crazy what one traumatic thing could do to you and like shift your whole mind. That's why I be praying for everybody. Real love deserves real peace. And part of that peace is changing your ways for yourself and not anybody else. Fuck these people. At the end of the day, you got yourself. That's it. You and God. That's it. When you die, it's going to be you and God. That's it. So, take care of yourself. We are moving on to segment 3 now, which is what real love actually looks like. Real love cannot breathe in toxicity. It dies there. Real love, for me, real love looks like emotional intelligence, not mind games, not that little nonchalant shit, not that little cold shit. I don't want that, honestly. It looks like open conversations, not cold shoulders. Ain't nobody got time for that. We are growing up. You should be able to have a conversation. Bro, a toddler can have a conversation. Like, you should grow up. Grow up, for real. Real love looks like I hear you, I'm listening, instead of you're being dramatic or you tripping, bruh. That shit is really triggering. You tripping, bruh. Oh my god, I dare a nigga to say that to me. I dare a nigga to say that to me. But you know what I'm talking about. Real love looks like taking accountability, not getting defensive, not being defensive. Why am I asking you a question and you're already on 10? I got my answer. I got my answer already, bro. I don't even want to talk. Like, niggas, people be telling on themselves. You just gotta just listen, honestly. The body language says a lot. Somebody can't even look at you, give you eye contact while you're asking them something. They lying. If they playing with their hair, you know the niggas be, they lying. Oh, you tripping, bro? They lying. They being defensive off bat, they lying. Just go home. Oh, I did ask my professor. I asked him, I said, why do people feel the need to lie? He told me, this is, that's how he sounded. He said, people lie. How did he say it? I'm not going to say exactly how he said it, but I'm going to tell you what he said, if that makes sense. He said, people lie not to hurt you, but instead to keep you in their life, because you're not a placeholder for something, but they need you for something. Basically, they're using you. Like they know to tell you the truth, you're gonna up and leave. So instead of telling you the truth, they lie so that you can stay. But from your point of view, when you find out the truth, it's like, why the fuck would you lie? You could have just told me the truth. But from their point of view, it's like, I can't tell you the truth because if I tell you the truth, I know you're gonna leave me, regardless if it's a friend, a relation. I'm like, that makes hella sense. Cause people be knowing, people be seeing the light in you. I'm telling you, people be seeing the light in you. They be wanting to dim that shit down. They be wanting to fuck you up. They be wanting to drag you down with them, cause they know they just a dark soul. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all boys, I want someone who understands that love isn't always loud. Sometimes it's peaceful, steady, and just soft. Like, we don't gotta be arguing. There ain't shit to argue about. Just love. And it's really crazy because you never know how you're gonna meet your person. Like, it could be, y'all could cross paths in the store, anywhere. Like, it could be anywhere. You can be going out of state, cross paths, boom. I don't know. That's really crazy to me. You could be going out with your friends and you see him with his friends and boom. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. But like I said, being soft is not weak. Being loving is not naive. Don't be naive to these people. Because people will talk your head up. But them actions don't match. Run. Like, I'm talking about run. Run. Don't even put the shoes on. Run. Just run. Just go. And I'm just like, one in peace is not unrealistic. It's very realistic. It's just the people that you're choosing. The people that you're choosing cannot give you that. Okay, that's fine. Somebody or some people will. That's what I gotta tell myself. Because, like, I just entered my 20s. People was scaring me talking about 20s is the years where you fuck up, you learn. You fuck up, you learn, and you repeat. But you guys do know that I do question of the videos. What's one toxic habit that you are actively trying to unlearn within yourself? You do not have to answer in the comments. A lot of y'all have been answering in my DMs, which is totally fine. You do not have to answer at all. This is just something or a question to have you reflect and think. No pressure. Literally. That's it for this episode. Thank you for listening to the Dopest Discreet Podcast. You can listen on Apple Music or watch the full episode on YouTube. This is your host, Muna Karim. This was episode 12, and I'll see you in episode 13. Bye.